Hey guys, and welcome back for another short flow. Today's session is a 30-minute restorative session. If you've got to hand a yoga block, it's the hard one rather than the soft one. If you want the soft ones, you could use a cushion instead. So these ones you're going to need for your supported bridge, but I'll give a variation if not. And with the soft ones, you just might need them for things like pigeon pose and stuff, just to support your glutes if you can't get all the way down to the floor. You also might want to grab a hold of a bolster if you've got one for some of the restorative stretches at the end of the session. If you haven't got one of these, I will be sharing later on my social media where you can get these from, and you can start building up your yoga at home kit. So that you've got everything you need to hand. Other than that, just grab your mat, find some space on the floor, and come and join me in a reclined position on your mats. Just get comfy on your mats. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open, whatever you prefer. Hands can go out to the side, on your chest, wherever you prefer them. And just get comfortable and start to bring your attention to your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just take 3 deep breaths in your own time, focusing on drawing that breath all the way into the base of the stomach first, and then exhaling through the mouth. And when you exhale, you could almost blow out as if you're blowing through a straw. But really focus on drawing that breath all the way deep down into the belly. And then when you've taken those 3 deep breaths, just slowly bring your knees in toward your chest and hug them with both arms. You can rock from side to side, massage your back, and then maybe just begin to make a few hip circles with your knees. Maybe 5 times in one direction. And then when you've done 5 times in one direction, switch and go in the other direction for a similar number of reps. Those circles, they can be small, they can be big. Just go with whatever you feel in this moment that your body needs. Just gently mobilizing and massaging the back and the hips. When you've done 5 times in both directions, just slowly bring them back to center. Maybe hug them in tight, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the knees, and then just slowly come all the way up to seated. Find a seated position however you are most comfortable. So I'm going to twist to face you so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to sit cross-legged. We're just going to take a nice deep breath in as we think about lifting through the crown of the head and extending through the spine. Pull those shoulders back and down. Exhale and just relax the shoulders. Inhale to lift your right hand up high to the sky. Reach up tall, find that stretch in the side body, and then as you exhale, reach all the way over to the opposite side. And just take 3 deep breaths. As you inhale with each breath, think about lifting up towards the ceiling through your armpit or through your chest. And then exhale, see if you can reach a little further. One last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, reach as far as you can. And then inhale as you come all the way back up to center. Release the hand and switch sides. So inhale to lift and reach with your left. Reach up tall. Exhale, reach all the way over to the right. Inhale to lift slightly through your armpit. Exhale, reach further. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Exhale. And then inhale all the way back up to center. I'm going to twist back the other way now. So from here, we're just going to remain in this seated position. Take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers and pull the hands back towards the floor. Stretch open your chest and pull your shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, fold forwards, bringing the head towards the floor and pulling the hands up behind you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can melt a little bit further. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, and then inhale to slowly come all the way up. From here, we're going to do cow face arms. So we're going to stay in this seated position. We're going to take one hand up all the way towards the ceiling, and then the other hand goes out to the side. As we exhale, we're going to reach back, see if we can touch the fingertips, and then inhale to open again. Exhale to see if we can reach and touch. Inhale to open again, and then this time exhale to reach and touch. See if you can interlink those fingers and grab a hold of those hands. If you're struggling with this, you can always use a strap, or you can press and just do a tricep stretch, whichever you prefer. The trick to this is to keep nice and upright. The moment you lean forwards, the bigger the gap becomes that you have to reach. So try and keep nice and upright. Hold for 3, 2, 1, exhale, release, and then switch sides. So we're going to take the opposite hand now, reaching up, the other hand goes out to the side. Exhale to reach back. You'll probably find one side is very different to the other. Inhale to reach out to the sides. Exhale to reach back. One more. And then exhale and see if you can hold, interlinking those fingers, trying to keep that torso nice and upright. Take a nice deep breath in and hold for 3, 2, 1, exhale, release. We're going to slowly come onto our hands and knees now. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're just going to do 5 cat-cows. So with the hands, in all cases, when we're using our hands on the floor, don't use them flat on the floor. Protect your wrists, protect your elbows. Think about gripping through the mat with your fingertips, pressing through the pads of your hands and having that space in the center of your palm and underneath your fingers. So you're using your hands more like you do with your feet. From here, once your hands are under your shoulders and knees are under your hips, we're going to inhale as we dip the stomach, look up towards the ceiling, squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. Exhale as you round through the spine, sucking the navel up towards the back and pressing the ground away as you pull the shoulder blades apart. Tuck the head to look towards the knees. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. We're going to do 3 more just like that. So inhaling to lift. Think about moving vertebrae by vertebrae as you go through the transition. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Just walk the hands slightly further forwards towards the front of the mat, and we're going to come into heart melting pose. So you're just going to literally bring your heart towards the floor, not quite as far or as deep as puppy pose. Just relax there wherever it is you land. So bring the heart towards the floor, but if you prefer, rather than have your chin on the floor, you can also have your forehead on the floor. Yogi's choice. Just take 3 deep breaths as you open that thoracic spine. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then slowly come all the way back to child's pose. Relax your hands by your sides, palms facing up, forehead to the floor. Sit back on your heels. Take 3 more deep breaths. When you're breathing in, focus on expanding across that upper back, pulling the shoulder blades apart with your breath. Drawing that breath all the way into the base of your stomach. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come up onto your hands and knees again. So from here, we're just going to take 5 more cat-cows. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Think about the position with your hands again. So grip the mat like you would your feet. Inhale as you lift and look towards the ceiling. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale to round. Pull those shoulder blades apart, suck the navel back towards the spine. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Last one, inhale to lift. Exhale to round. From here, you're just going to walk your hands slightly further forwards to the front corners of the mat, and then you're going to scoop your chest through, coming into a prone position and come onto your forearms. So you're coming up into Sphinx pose. So shoulders should be over the top of your elbows, palms to the floor, and then think about lifting through the chest and rolling those shoulders back and down so you have a nice proud chest. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and take the hands back underneath the shoulders now. Tuck the toes and press up into down facing dog. From here, just spend a moment to find the correct position. So don't worry about the straight legs so far. Think about gripping the mat with the hands, pressing through the arms, crown of the head towards the floor. And then think about pulling the shoulder blades apart so you have breadth across your upper back. Think about then pointing the tailbone high towards the sky, finding that nice long neutral spine. And then you can start to begin to pedal through the feet, extending through the legs, opening up those calves, those hamstrings, hips, ankles, and of course your feet. Take a few more deep breaths. And then on your last deep breath, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Find that length in the spine. Exhale, push those heels down further toward the floor. And then on the next inhale, we're going to come into ragdoll. So walk the feet all the way towards the front of the mat. Come into your Uttanasana forward fold. Bend at the knees, draw the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, and just take opposite hand to opposite elbow. You can just take a few deep breaths in here, rocking from side to side if you wish, bouncing up and down, or just staying still, yogi's choice. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, see if you can melt deeper over those legs. Inhale, come all the way up, extended Tadasana, reaching up tall. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release the arms. And we're going to come all the way back down into your Uttanasana forward fold. So this time, now that we've warmed up the legs and the hamstrings, think about drawing the chest over the thighs a bit deeper and coming into that full Uttanasana forward fold. So start with the knees bent if you wish, but try and extend the legs and find that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Can you fold any deeper over those legs? And then inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana. From here, think about your foot position at the front of the mat, and we're going to take the right leg back into Warrior One. So take a big step back with the right foot. The back foot goes down at a 45-degree angle. Your hips are going to be squared towards the front of the mat. Exhale, sink down into that Warrior One. If you need to take a slightly wider stance so that you've got better balance, then feel free. But if not, don't worry, just hang out wherever you're comfortable. From here, we're going to exhale as we release the hands, interlace the fingers behind our backs and pull the shoulder blades open. As we inhale, find that stretch across the front of the chest. And then as you exhale, melt forwards, bringing that left shoulder to the left knee. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, release the hands to the floor. Frame that front foot. Inhale as you straighten that front leg and come into pyramid pose. Exhale, melt further over that front leg. So you should feel this stretch down the back of the leg. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, see if you can melt deeper over that leg. And then inhale to lift, exhale, step through to your Uttanasana forward fold, and then inhale as you come all the way up to extended Tadasana. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to repeat that on the other side now. So take a big step back with the left leg into your Warrior One. Remember that steady stance with a slightly wider foot position. Inhale to lift the hands up above the head. Exhale, sit down into that lunge. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the fingers. Inhale as you pull the hands back and down, find that chest stretch. Exhale, bring that right shoulder to the right knee and melt forwards into humble warrior. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hands, frame the front foot, extend the leg as you inhale, so straighten that front leg. Reach your nose towards your toes, and as you exhale, fold deeper over that front leg into pyramid pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and as you exhale, bend that front knee, step back to down facing dog, and then just pedal it out for a few deep breaths, and then slowly just come down onto your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're back to those cat-cows. So we're going to grip the mat with our fingers just as before. Inhale to lift, sending the navel towards the floor, squeezing those shoulder blades together, eye gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale as you round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. 3 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And for the last time, exhale. Really press that ground away, suck that navel back towards your spine. And then just walk those hands to the front of the mat, and we're coming into heart melting pose. So again, bringing the chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor, eye gaze forwards, or forehead to the floor, yogi's choice. And just take 5 deep breaths. Feeling the stretch in the underarms and the shoulders across the upper back. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly just sit back onto your heels and come into extended child's pose. So really think about flattening your stomach over your thighs, forehead to the floor, reaching forwards with those hands, and just taking 2 deep breaths in extended child's pose, feeling the stretch further down the back now and into the shoulders again. And then on the next exhale, walk the hands all the way over toward the left. Feel the stretch in the right side body. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then walk the hands all the way back to the center. And then over towards the right. And feel the stretch in the left side body. Inhale as you walk the hands all the way back to center. And then we're going to come into a new pose. So it's called rabbit. So if you want to just come up to a kneeling position so you can see me. Similar to child's, we're going to be sitting back on our knees, but this time we're taking the crown of the head towards the floor. So you're getting a stretch more in the back of the head, or the neck, sorry. Tucking the chin in towards the chest, and the arms just go towards the side of the body, palms facing up. And you're just going to take 3 deep breaths. You might need to just lift off your heels slightly for this position. If mobility allows, you can come back onto your heels once you've got the crown of the head on the floor. Just take 3 deep breaths. Again, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly come all the way up as you come to a seated position on your mat. So we're going to take the legs straight out in front of us. Flex the toes back towards you, pull the fleshy bits of the bum out from underneath you. And then we're just going to inhale as we lift and lengthen through the crown of the head, reaching up tall with the arms. Exhale as you fold over your legs. So reach your nose towards your toes and think about flattening your stomach. If this causes you to round in the upper back, I'd rather you bend the knees slightly so that you're getting that extension in the lower back as you reach towards your toes with your nose, rather than kind of come with your legs flat and kind of get a hunched back. So just go to wherever you need to be today, and that might differ from week to week, depending on what you do, how your body's feeling, and just take 5 deep breaths. So you've probably taken 2 already. With every exhale, see if you can just let your body release a little bit further into the stretch. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you come all the way up. So for this one, if you have a bolster, go ahead and grab it. If not, don't worry, you can do the pose without. If you have the bolster, just place it in the small of your back. With your legs, I'm just going to shuffle slightly further forwards. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, so it's reclined butterfly. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side, and then we're just going to relax back over our bolster or straight on the floor wherever you are. If you have a bolster, the reason for using it is it allows your shoulders to kind of fall either side, so you get a nice stretch in the chest as well. And then the arms can just relax on the floor, so you're getting a nice stretch in the hips, in the hip flexors, and across the chest. And just take 5 deep breaths. This is one of my favorite stretches. Feels so nice. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up. Remove the bolster from underneath you. Put it to one side. And then the next one we're going to do is a supported bridge. So if you have a yoga block, then we're going to use this in the sacrum area of your back. So you're going to place it at that kind of hard square bit at the base of your spine. If you don't have a block, that's absolutely fine. You can just do a standard bridge, or you can use your bolster in the same position. So you're all going to come onto your backs. You're going to inhale to lift up and shuffle your shoulders under. If you have the block, you can grab the block and place it underneath you. If you don't, you can just reach down for your ankles or interlace your hands and pull your hands down towards the floor. If you've got that block, place it underneath on that sacrum. Exhale to lower yourself onto that block and release the hands. So having the block there or the bolster there, it presses into all those little nerve endings at the base of your spine. It actually feels quite nice. And just take 3 more deep breaths for me, wherever you're at. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then inhale as you lift and remove the block if you have one. Exhale as you lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Bring your knees in towards your chest, hug them with both arms, and you can just rock from side to side, massage your lower back. And then we're going to take a hold of the left knee. Exhale as you extend the right leg all the way to the floor. Inhale to pull that left knee in towards the sternum, so center of your chest. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. 1 more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and just release tension slightly. On the next inhale, you're then going to pull that knee out to the side of you, so in towards your armpit or your shoulder. And again, just 2 deep breaths. So you should feel the stretch transfer from the outside to the inside of the hip. And then when you've taken 2 deep breaths, Exhale to release. Inhale as you bring both knees back to center. Switch over the hands. Exhale as you extend the left leg all the way to the floor. Inhale to pull that knee all the way, the right knee in towards your sternum. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release tension slightly, and then inhale as you pull it out towards your right shoulder. So you're transferring that stretch from the outside to the inside, sorry. 2 deep breaths. Exhale. And then inhale as you bring both knees back up to center. Take the hands out wide now. T-shaped position, palms facing down, and think about gluing those shoulders to the floor. As you exhale, drop the knees all the way over to the left side of the body. Inhale as you lift and twist your head to look towards the right. So face is going in the opposite direction from the knees. From here, you can either let the legs hang and let gravity do the work. You can press down on the outer thigh with that left hand, or you can extend that top leg and cradle it in the opposite hand. Just take 5 deep breaths, keeping an eye on those shoulders, making sure they're glued to the floor. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you lift your head and your knees back to center. And then exhale as you drop the knees all the way over to the right side of the body. Inhale as you lift and twist the head towards the left. And again, you can let gravity do the work. Press down on that outer thigh or extend that top leg wherever you need to be. And just take 5 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you lift your legs and your head back to center. Give them one last quick hug in towards your chest. Maybe even lift nose towards knees. Exhale, release. And then just extend your legs, and we're going to finish the same way as we started with a little bit of breath focus. So just get comfortable on your mat. Extend your legs, find your Savasana pose, and just take your attention back to your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take 3 deep breaths. Filling up from the base of your stomach all the way up into your collarbone, your clavicle, and then exhaling completely. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then just slowly make your way all the way up to seated. And join me in the center of the mat for one final deep inhale as we lift the hands up above the head, palms together. As we exhale to the forehead, kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.